Hey y'all, are you traveling this summer and are you in need of a travel workout? Yeah, I'm going to show you today. I had a request for one of my ladies is going to be camping and traveling in hotels. She's got several different trips she's taken this summer. And so she wanted a minimal equipment workout she could do standing, that you didn't have to get on the floor just in case, hotel rooms sometimes not great. Or if you're out camping and it's dirty or you don't want to get on the floor. If you have handy something heavy, that could be a cooler, that could be a bag from your hotel room, something, whatever is a manageable weight for you that you can hold and move around while we do some squat and lunge and leg stuff. Go find a heavy object that's heavy but manageable. If you have a bench, a picnic table, a park bench, a chair, a dining table, go grab one of those. And something you can step up on. I'm going to show on a yoga block today, but if you have a stairs in your house or a step, or again, something sturdy that you're not going to fall off of, or nothing rickety, something you can step up on. Okay, so first of all, make sure your area is safe. If you are camping, clear out a little area, make sure that the dogs aren't running around, that you've got a flat-ish surface. If you're in a hotel room, move your shoes, move stuff out of the way so that you've got room to move around. And then just test the waters before you start doing some of these. When we get to do lunges, step your leg out. Just make sure you're not going to trip on something or kick a piece of furniture, especially if you're working out in a new location. And then second, I'm going to give you 3 rounds of each of these moves. The first round is the easiest. You could stick to that. If you feel like you want a more challenging round, do the second one just like I'm showing. Third round will be the most challenging. You might go up and down during the summer. You might have a week where you just do the easiest round for 3 rounds. You're still moving. You're still getting good leg strength, standing balance, hip strength, all this good stuff. Yeah. If you have questions about any of this, call me on the phone, shoot me an email and go, hey, this feels a little weird on my knee. Can you give me a tip on how to do these lunges? Speaking of knees, lunges can be a little squicky sometimes for my ladies that have knee stuff. Lunges are good for you to do to strengthen your legs, but if anything hurts, stop immediately. None of this should hurt. None of this should feel, it may be a little creakier, my muscles are working, but stabbing pain, stop. Assess the situation and figure out what you can do differently that doesn't hurt. No pain, that's your sign to stop. Okay, let's get moving. So we're going to start with a real easy standing twist. Yeah, easy does it. You can turn your head. And I'm going to see if I can't knock out this warm up in about 3 to 5 minutes, moving most of my body, warming up joints, warming up muscles, soft tissue. And so I'm going to start down with my feet. Grab something that you can hold on to, a wall, a dining chair, so that you don't have to worry so much about your balance. I'm going to do 5 foot and ankle circles each direction. So I'm starting with my left foot, 4, 5. Then I'm going to make a little circle with my whole leg. I'm just kind of blazing through this, 2, 3. So I'm bending my knee, looking around the room with my knee. And then I'm going to reverse, back, side, front. Easy. I'm mostly isolating my hip. My torso's staying pretty still. Oh, I'm talking and counting. That's 4. That's 5. I'm going to keep going up to my shoulder. Now my little elbow is going to look around the room too. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to reverse. You could add the head movement if that feels good too. 3. I'm whipping through a nice little warm up. That's 5. Let's do other side. Ankle circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is just a little warm up. Get some blood moving. 4, 5. Hip, keep your knee bent up and around. 2. This is also a chance to start to pay attention to your body. Breathe. Take another big deep breath. Now I'm going back, side, front. 2, 3. Lubing up. Whoa, my hip joint. That's 5. Coming up to my shoulder. Elbow looks around the room, front, side, back. So just notice as you're doing these warm-up moves. If this shoulder feels kind of sticky, okay, just notice that. Especially our warm-up. None of this should hurt. This is your first time doing some of these moves. Stop the recording and go slower. Now I'm going to do neck, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. I don't go too far back doing these neck circles, ear to other shoulder. That's 2. Neck. Oh yeah, my neck is cracking and popping. 4, 5. And I'm going to go the other direction. Down and around. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did a little twisty, a little bit of almost every joint. Find your thing. If you're using a dining chair and you have a yoga mat, put it on the yoga mat just so it won't slip around. If you're on a slippery surface like a wood floor, if you're at a park bench, you got a nice sturdy bench or a picnic table, find your thing. I have a 6-pound medicine ball. You might be able to hold something from your kitchen, something from the car. Here we go, squats. You're going to sit on the edge of your seat or your bench, lean forward, push into your heels and stand up. We're going to do 10 of these, guys. So there's lots of ways we can squat. We could get really specific about how far apart your feet are, how your feet are positioned. Oh, I better count. That's 5, 6. What we're going for today is knees matching up to your toes. There's 8, 9. I'll stop and show you what I mean by that. Meaning, if I'm squatting and my knee does this and my toe does that, that's not going to be so good. So knees and toes match up, whether that's turned out, parallel. So just pay attention to that little knee. We got a little lunge variation. I'm going to show this first one from the side, second one from the front. If you know lunges and you've done these, do with me. Back knee goes straight down. My front knee can move forward and back a little bit. 2, 3, my ankle's cracking and popping. 4, 5, so I'm still warming up. 6, doesn't have to be the deepest lunge you've ever done. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch legs and just show from this way. So you can see that I'm in this parallel leg position. Legs are on train tracks. Down and up. 1, 2. So if this feels difficult to balance, step your foot a little bit wider. 3, 4, 5. Take another big deep breath. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're moving right along to step ups. First time you do this one, you might have your hand on something to help you balance, and you might not hold your weighted object. If you need a little balance, buddy, put yourself near a wall. I'm going to leave my right foot on my object. Step up. That was 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to mostly use my right leg for not really pushing off with my back leg too much. 6, this is where the work's happening, the whole right leg. 8, 9, 10. I'm getting warm. I'm going to show this one from the other side. Second leg, plant your foot on your object. 10 of these, guys. Stepping up, stepping down. 2, 3, 4, 5. This back knee can bend or be straight, whatever feels comfortable. Your focus really is your standing leg, your front leg. I'm talking and counting again. 9, 10. We got calf raise coming up next. Again, find a little balance, buddy. Dining chair, wall, tree if you're outside. This version, I'm going to squeeze my legs together, big toes touching. Lift and lower your heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got hamstring curl coming up next. Do find something to balance with so that you don't have to worry so much about your balance. Go back to that legs together position. I'm going to hinge forward just a little. My torso is a little bit forward. I'm bending and straightening my right knee. 10 of these, guys. 3, 4. So my thigh stays put. 5, 6. I'm not doing this. I'm bending my knee and drawing my heel to my butt. 9, 10. I'm going to turn to the back to show this second side. I'm on side number 2. Bend and straighten. 2, 3. Long neck. 5, 6, 7, 8. Trying to bring my heel right straight towards my tushy. Is that 10? That's 10. Yeah. That was round 1. If you want to pause the video, go back and do that same exact thing twice more. I'm going to show second variation now, a little bit more challenging. Your wide squat, you could try to go a little deeper. So I'm taking away the bench because I'm going to go deeper than the bench. If this is in the cards for you and your hips and knees today, to sit low into your squat. That's 1. I'm going to do 5 this way and turn to the side so I can show you how low I'm going with my hips. That's 2. 3. If this is too much, ditch your weighted object. 4. 5, or go back to that bench squat. Here's 6. Maybe you can get your knees, your tushy lower than your knees, if that feels okay on your knees and hips today. I'm talking and counting. That's got to be 9. And 10. We're going to play with our lunge this time. Holding your weight, maybe alternating left and right. So I'm going to count left and right as 1. Stepping back. Whoa, don't fall over. That's 1. This is 2. If this is too crazy, go back to that static or single leg lunge we did earlier. All right, let me count. 3, 3, 4, 4. I'll turn to the side in a second and show what this looks like. We got 5 to go. Parallel legs. That's 6. Hips staying level. That's 7, 8. Breathing. 9. Here's your last one. Take a little rest. Okay, find your step again. If you want to keep your weight, here's your second variation on your step up. Again, left foot on the block, step up, step down. Making this challenging, version 2, could be stepping your foot on and off of your object. If that's too crazy to hold the weight and step up and down off your thing, ignore my suggestion and just leave your foot here. Whoa, don't fall over, Ann. We got 5 to go. Stepping up. 3. This could also be made more challenging. If you had a higher thing you were stepping up on, you can picture how if I was stepping up on that chair, getting up higher, that would be much more challenging. Here is side number 2, but this might feel challenging enough today. Yeah, we want to find our sweet spot. 10 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. Again, easy does it, especially if you're outdoors or on an unstable surface. We don't need to turn our ankle while trying to get a little workout. So if you're like, I don't know, just leave your foot there and do what we did earlier, which was stepping up. I lost count. Let's do 3. 2. Next one. Nice. Now, if you have a thing like a block or rolled up towel, something you could squish between your legs, that's what I'm going to suggest for this one. I'm going to hold my weight, calf raise, lift and lower for 10. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ditch your block. We've got our hamstring curl. This time I'm not going to hold my little balance buddy. So this is more challenging for your balance. 10 of these. I'm a little bit more pitched forward. 3, 4. So I'm basically in like a warrior 3 position. 7, 8, or like when we've done single leg deadlift, that's 10. Let me show from the back. Side number 2, hamstring curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. We made it twice through all of our moves. Take a little rest if you need. Get a sip of water, breathe, check in, see where you are. This is intense to be moving right along. You've got version 1, version 2. I'm going to show version 3 now. we're going to add a little twist to our squat. So just be careful. Again, if you've had some knee stuff, I don't want to do for this move a lot of moving of my knees. I'm really getting my twisting action to happen mostly in my torso. Let's try squat to some degree, tapping your left hip, stand up, tap your right shoulder. That's one. Squat, tap your hip, stand up, tap your shoulder. That's two. Squat and twist. That's three. If this feels easy, you could tap your knee, push up, or tap your ankle. That's five. If that feels too much, go back to hip and shoulder. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Okay, so that was the first diagonal. So we're actually getting 20 squats doing this one. Oh my gosh, that's okay. Squats are good for us. Here we go, opposite side. Hip and shoulder. That's the diagonal. Now we add in our squat. 1. Maybe knee and above your shoulder too. Maybe ankle. 3. So your same squat principles apply. 5, 6. And you can always go faster or slower than what I'm showing. 8. You can come back to the hip and shoulder version. That's 10. Oh man, yeah. All right, y'all ready for this lunge? Now we're going to make a little clock shape. We're going to step out for first lunge, back together, out to the front, out to the side for the second lunge, bending the foot, the knee that you're stepping out on, back together. When I do this one to the back, I bend both knees back together. When I go to the side, I bend the steppy outy foot. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, let's try. I think we just gonna do 5 of these each side. Anne's getting tired. This is hard work. Okay, take a side. I'm gonna step out on my left foot to the front. Make this pretty conservative if you don't do a lot of these types of lunges. That's front. Stepping out to the side. This knee bends together. Stepping back, both knees can bend. Together, out to the side. Oh, look, because we get 2 to the side. I'm going to call that 1 round. Here's round 2. Forward, to the side, to the back, to the side. That's round 2. Forward. This might be a tiny little lunge forward. To the side, see if you can bend this knee. And again, knee and toe pointing straight ahead. Uh-oh, I got to count my sets. And then we're doing 4. Was that 3? I'm such an awful counter. We'll say this is round 4. Yep. Last one of these guys. Step into the front, to the side, to the back, to the side. Okay, that was leg number 1. I'm going to turn to the side to show leg number 2. The whole little clock situation. Leg goes to the front. I've now switched sides. This might be your most conservative one, this front lunge. Back together. I've stepped to the side, bending the leg that I'm stepping out on. Back together. Stepping back. We did these earlier. Together. Back to the side. I'm going kind of slow this first round. Still doing hip hinge. Knee moves a little bit forward. Yeah. Taking up the pace. We got front. Again, maybe a tiny variation. We got side. This is all leg number 2. Tushy back and down. We got back. We got side. 3. Side. Back. Side. Good job. Here's number 4. So the reason I'm doing a smaller lunge to the front, this one can have a tendency, because there is this shearing action of, as you're going forward, your knee is pushing forward, which is not a bad thing inherently. But again, some of my ladies have knee issues. So that's the one I'm the most conservative with. Oh, is that 4 or 5? All right, we better do one more just in case. Front. Side. Back. side. And again, if we get to this round, you're like, nope, I'm just going to do traditional lunge or what we did before. I'm going to do a real tiny version right here. Or I'm just going to hold this position. Yeah, totally legit. Okay, find your block again or your step or stairs or whatever. Depending on your shoulder health today or what's going on with your shoulders, we could add a little press as you step up. Now, keep in mind, when I'm doing something with a medicine ball in front of my face, it makes it harder to see this thing on the floor. So if in doubt, ditch the ball, plant your foot and leave it. If this looks interesting, step up, whoa, press your weight up, step down, step back, step up, press your weight up, step down, step back. That's 2. Step up and go slow enough. If you need to, peek down and see, okay, there's my foot. Step up, step back. Is that 5? I think so. Here's 6. So you can pause the video. 7. You could do this with no step. You could just plant your foot on the ground. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to turn to the side to show this round 2 on leg number 2. Again, you figure out for you today what feels doable. Leaving your foot planted, stepping up and down, adding the weight, pushing up overhead. That's 1. Step back. So we're doing lots of like squatty, lungey type things. 2, 3, 4. Do peek down. Pause here. Plant your foot. 5, 6, especially if you've already got balance issues or you feel like your balance isn't so great. Go to a wall. Go to one of the easier versions. Oh, I'm talking and counting again. I'm going to say this is 10. If it's not, we're going to make it 10. Yeah. Calf raise. Oh, yeah, let's keep our block. If you've got something to squeeze between your legs, I like this one a lot because the way my low back is, the more I can train my adductors, the better as far as my back is concerned. So I'm going to squeeze my little object, adding your press if you like. Or actually, you could just hold your weight since we already did a little press. Oh, yeah, I like this one. 3. Weight up if that feels okay on your shoulders. 5, 6. If not, just bring your arms back down. 7, 8, 9. Last one. There's 10. Calf raise. Ditch your ball. Ditch your object. Back to your balance buddy if you need it for your last hamstring. Whew, last hamstring. Balance buddy if you need it. If you don't, hands on your hips. Now we'll just go a little faster too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold here. Bend your knee. Imagine you're going to put your foot on the ceiling. Hold. Breathe. Push your foot up. Bring your right hip down or your working hip. One more big deep breath. Ooh, come on up and rest. So as I go up with my leg, my hips are staying level. I'll show from the back. Last one of these. Bend and straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Push your foot up. Hip towards the ground, foot towards the ceiling. One more big deep breath. Ooh, come on down and rest. Quick stretch, quad stretch if this feels okay on your knee. You can grab your foot or you could put a towel around your foot. Where I'm trying to get here is taking my knee from in front and making it match my other knee, or maybe even bring it behind. Can you see in the mirror how I brought my knee back? Yeah, rather than doing this kind of thing. Sometimes that just means pushing your knee down towards the ground. And breathe. So we're going to whip through these stretches. If you have time to do more on each leg, for sure. You could go a couple of times through each stretch. 30 seconds maybe of holding. Or I like to do a little movement, maybe bring your knee forward, bring your knee back. Hip stretch of your choice. And so I'm giving you all seated, not coming onto the ground stuff. Let's do this one today where you cross your ankle over. This might be plenty. You might be able to pitch forward or you can lift and lower your knee. So I'm feeling this in my butt of my turned out knee. You might gently push against your foot or pull and push your knee down. Yeah, that's your hip. We'll switch into other hip. Okay, so this was a quickie blazing through. Oh yeah, look how different. This is my tighter hip, obviously. And so one side might feel tighter or stronger or weaker. And that's okay because we are not symmetrical. So this is our quickie leg workout you can do anywhere, traveling, on the road, hotel, minimal equipment. I'm sure you can find something like a stair to step up on, something heavy to hold. If you have questions, call me, email me. I'm happy to chat. Let's do calf stretch. So now again, find your wall or your thingy, push your heel into the ground and breathe. And then something like this, some kind of weight-bearing exercise, I suggest for my ladies 2 or 3 times a week, something where you are lifting a heavy thing, switcheroo. So if you are not doing that regularly, consider how you could work in even 5, 10, 15 minutes of something like this. And then if you do want some guidance from your friend Ann, I'm available for one-on-ones. I offer weekly text check-ins to some of my ladies, strength and training, balance training, and then weekly group classes all on Zoom. Okay, see you soon.